Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, onto the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail. Well now, folks, gather round, because there's a whisper in the wind that's got Celtic fans buzzing from Govan to the Gallowgate. Word on the cobbled streets is that Aaron Ramsey, that's right, the Welsh midfield maestro himself, has put pen to paper and signed with the Hoops. After years of plying his trade in the glitz and glamour of the English Premier League, and stints in Italy and France no less, the lad's finally macking the move north to the heart of Scottish football. And let me tell ye, this might just be one of the most intriguing transfers we've seen in years. Not just for Celtic, but for the league as a whole. You can feel the tremors already. It's not every day a player of his caliber sets foot in the SPFL, and certainly not one with a CV that reads like a Champions League highlights reel. But let's slow down a wee bit and dig into this, right? Ramsey's not just any seasoned midfielder. We're talking about a player who's rubbed shoulders with the best: Arsenal, Juventus, Rangers briefly, we remember, and even a spell at Nice in League One. He's been around the block, and he's got the scars and silverware to show for it. At 33, he's maybe no got the same legs he had back in 2014 when he was bossing midfields down south. But make no mistake, the mind, the experience, and the ability to control a game, that's still there in spades. And now, Brendan Rodgers, a man known for getting the best out of seasoned talent, is bringing him into paradise. If this is true, and we've heard from a few reliable sources that it very well might be, then Celtic aren't just signing a player. They're signing a statement. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't the first time Ramsey's name's been floated around Parkhead. There were rumblings before, whispers of a potential loan when he was struggling for game time in Turin, but it never quite materialized, and instead, he ended up on the blue side of Glasgow. We've not forgotten that, and neither have some fans. It was a short spell, marred by injury. And of course, that missed penalty in the Europa League final. But what if this is the twist in the tale? What if Ramsey sees this move as his chance at redemption, a way to rewrite the narrative from villain to hero in the eyes of the green and white faithful? Stranger things have happened in football. And let's face it, the Scottish game thrives on these dramatic arcs. And from the club's perspective, it makes a lot of sense. Celtic are looking to add depth, experience, and leadership to their midfield, with players like McGregor and Haddad already holding it down. Adding Ramsey into that mix could be the key to unlocking tougher European defenses. You need players who've been there, done that, and worn the armband at the highest levels. Ramsey brings that pedigree. Plus, there's the added factor of squad rotation. The Hoops will be battling on multiple fronts this season: domestic, league, cups, and of course, Europe. A player like Ramsey, who can control the tempo, offer that final pass, and chip in with the odd goal. He's the sort of difference maker who turns a draw into a win. And in this league, where margins are razor thin, that's gold. But let's no kid ourselves. There are risks involved. Ramsey's fitness record in recent years has been, let's just say, patchy. He's had his fair share of knocks, and his engine's not what it once was. So naturally, fans and pundits alike are skin. Is this a smart bit of business or a sentimental gamble? Could it turn out like Joe Hart, a veteran who found a second wind at Celtic Park? Or will it go the way of other high-profile signings who never quite settled? That's the big question hanging over this deal, but one thing's for sure. If Rodgers can manage him properly, rotate him smartly, and keep him away from the physio's bench, then we could be looking at one of the coups of the summer. And don't underestimate what this means for the dressing room. Young players look up to seasoned internationals like Ramsey. His presence alone could lift standards in training, set examples off the pitch, and bring that calmness in high-pressure moments that only comes from years at the top. Imagine being a young boy in that locker room and having Aaron Ramsey next to ye, sharing stories about Markin Perlow or playing at the Emirates. That kind of experience doesn't just show up on match day, it seeps into the fabric of the team, the mentality, the culture, and for a team looking to make waves in Europe again, that's invaluable. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Now, as always with these sorts of things, We've got to stress, nothing's official yet, no club statement, no scarf above the head photos. But sources close to the deal are saying it's all but done, the ink's drying on the paperwork, the medical's been ticked off. And it's just a matter of when, not if. And we all know how these things go. Sometimes, last-minute hitches happen. But the mood coming out of Lennoxtown is upbeat. There's a buzz in the air, and usually, that only happens when something big is brewing. And this, my friends, feels very, very big. And here's a wee twist in the tale for ye, apparently. Ramsey himself pushed for the move. He's been keeping tabs on the Scottish game ever since his short Rangers spell. And he's grown fond of the culture, the passion, and the intensity of the old firm atmosphere. Some say he even reached out to Rodgers personally, saying he wanted to be part of the rebuild, to contribute something meaningful in the twilight of his career. If true, that speaks volumes. It's one thing to come for the paycheck, it's another to come for the badge, and that, in the eyes of many supporters, makes all the difference. So, where does this leave Celtic heading into the new season? Potentially with one of the most balanced and experienced midfields in the league, a blend of youth, pace, flair, and now wisdom. Whether Ramsey starts week in, week out, or becomes a rotation option, the possibilities are mouth-watering. You can already hear the Parkhead faithful chanting his name if he pings one in from 25 yards against the other side of Glasgow, and for a man with nothing left to prove, this might just be the perfect place to enjoy his football one last time and leave behind a legacy north of the border. We'll keep our ear to the ground and our eyes on the club's socials. But if this move does happen, and all signs point to yes, then Celtic might have just pulled off the transfer of the summer, Aaron Ramsey. In the green and white hoops, running the show at Paradise, it might sound like a rumor for now, but sometimes the best stories start with just a whisper. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.